I feel like a lot of times Democrats talk down to people.
Yes.
And it's less that they're even hyper intellectual. Like, despite speaking like a normal person, AOC also speaks in this like elevated intellectual way that's like smart, just normal.
I wrote a column for the Times last year about how I thought for Democratic consultants and a lot of elected officials, their brains had all been warped by the West Wing. And a lot of this came out of, Sorkin speak.
Yeah.
And I said also they had this sort of idea of a central middle section of voters, like, ideology is a linear continuum and there's this big cluster in the middle. But that's not really true. That's not how voters think. They can be conservative on some issues and liberal on others. So it's more like a 3D plot.
Yeah.
But that idea that everybody's a moderate fundamentally, and that if you're left of center or right of center, you're an extreme case, just has not really borne out in any of these elections. But I think a lot of establishment Democrats are still thinking about that hypothetical median voter, which is, sort of a fiction.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that AOC and Zoran both did was that they understood that they had to build a coalition of vastly different people who have different interests. And they didn't try to smash them all into one platonic voter, because that person doesn't exist.